What I love about Sooke is that there's lots of forests and such, lots of trees, parks, plants, lots of different animals and wildlife.
I believe in a small community in Sooke. I think many others here believe the same as me. We like it here because it's not just another suburb of Victoria, but it's its own little community.
The unique part about Sooke is having small businesses thrive here, family-owned businesses and grassroots kind of businesses. So I think we should help foster that.
I love the wild animals that are in the neighborhood, the deer, the bear, the cougars even.
I love the neighborhood that I live in. It's quiet, peaceful, neighbors help each other, no crime. It's a dream come true to live here.
It's very quiet and peaceful, aside from the main road, which is Otter Point. Very much close to nature. Neighbors are friendly and parks are close.
It is growing pretty fast. I've been here for 32, 34 years, I think. Yeah, it's growing pretty fast.
I don't like that it's growing so fast.
One thing that has always nagged me about living in the country is people that move to the country and automatically assume it's going to be like the city and then try and change it so it's like the city.
There isn't very many bike paths, right, on the roads, so they're starting to work on that. That would be good to get people feeling comfortable biking on the side of the road because it is busy with traffic. Like the amount of cars right now in Sooke is pretty crazy.
Something I don't like is the lack of sidewalks, especially on Maple Avenue South and Highway 14. Walking kids to the bus and dog walking and walking with strollers is just not very safe.
What I don't like is how they're chopping down everything to make a bunch of rows of different houses. Everything's getting destroyed, the wildlife's homes and everything.
How can we stop the growth? I don't know. Is that a legit question?
I think that the growth is going to be inevitable regardless if we want it to be or not. What I would like to see is planning put in so that the agricultural lands are not impacted by growth or taken over by townhouses and things like that.
I think it could just grow a little bit more, but not too much more because it's such a nice, quiet town.
I really think it should slow down because we're stealing all of the animals' natural habitats and homes, and we're forcing them to move away to get new homes.
There will be some unavoidable growth, but I definitely think that we would be losing a lot of why many people moved here by growing things too fast.
All 3 properties around us are being developed. All the big trees are gone, the wildlife with them. I enjoyed having backyard chickens and vegetable gardens, the kind of semi-rural life, and Sooke is losing that.
We actually have to do managed, environmentally sensitive, for the long range, not just the immediate range, conscientious growth.
Well, we're losing a lot. Like the trees, that's sad. And it's huge. Like you just drive up Maple Avenue and you're like, wow, there's no trees anymore.
Once it's gone, it's gone. I've seen too many farms stripped of their topsoil and then turned into businesses where businesses shouldn't be.
They're not making any more land, so we need to protect what we have. And when people can access nature and feel more connected to it, the community's healthier.
The more land that's there for them, they can survive and they don't have to bother people, and we can live in harmony with the animals.
Yeah, I definitely think we should protect as much as possible, especially not so like having a vision for the future, having some, not just for right now, bringing in the revenue and bringing in people as fast as possible and all that kind of stuff is good, but what is the long-term impact to our environment and the place we live?
The waterfront, no questions. Absolutely the waterfront. I'm one of the crazy people that have taken up open water swimming. And so I'm seeing the water and I'm seeing the impact that we are doing on the creatures in the ocean. Undeveloped land, that depends on what you define as undeveloped land. Certainly all the community spaces, all the public lands, but to be able to impose on undeveloped lands that are privately owned is something that has to be part of a conversation. I don't think you can blanketly say, yep, just, stop it all.
And a lot of people who are on the island are here because they don't want to live in Vancouver on the mainland and have come here for those reasons. A lot of people are environmentally conscious, especially in Sooke, I find. A lot of people who have grown up here and live here value those things. And I think Sooke, the leadership should take that into account.
I guess we have to try to get people not driving. I mean, I'm guilty. I drive to work, but I'm hauling things. I don't know. Like, it's a hard one.
I don't know. That's a hard one. Because if you get more buildings and factories and more vehicles, then it's going to damage the air quality. So I wouldn't want that at all. It's too nice.
While we can use certain technological advancements to help to mitigate some of the environmental effects, just increased population would have an unavoidable impact on our environment.
I think that the world as a whole and this nation in general is on the cusp of turning towards different types of energies, particularly cars that run on electricity, that sort of thing. But this is our years in transition.
Conscientiously, I think it is possible, but it requires a concerted effort by every player in the process. So the buyers, the sellers, the developers, the municipality, the CRD, the province, and the general community has to be consciously involved in that process to develop that. But I think it is possible.
It's very important to me because I want there to still be beaches and forests when I grow up and beautiful green spaces like this.